Hi everyone, welcome back to English TalkNest, your cozy space to learn real English for everyday life. I'm Cindy.
And I'm Ryan. We're so happy you're here with us again. Today, we're going somewhere exciting, the airport.
That's right. In today's episode, we're talking about English at the airport. You'll learn how to check in, go through security, find your gate, get on the plane, and arrive at your destination, all in simple, natural English.
Exactly. Whether you're flying for the first time or just want to practice your English for travel, today's episode will guide you step by step, just like you're traveling with us.
So, grab your passport, pack your suitcase, and let's head to the airport together.
Okay, imagine this. You just arrive at the airport. You've got your suitcase, your passport, and your ticket. You walk inside and you see big screens showing lots of flights, departures, arrivals, destinations.
You look for your flight number and destination. For example, let's say you're flying from Bangkok to London and your flight number is TG910. You check the screen and see TG910, London, check-in counter D, gate 21, boarding time 9:30 a.m.
Perfect. So, what do all these mean? Let's explain.
First, check-in counter is the desk where you go to get your boarding pass and drop off your luggage.
Gate is the place inside the airport where you'll wait before getting on the plane. Each gate has a number, like 21 or 35A.
And boarding time is the time when passengers start to get on the plane. It's usually about 30 to 45 minutes before departure.
Yes, so if your flight leaves at 10 a.m., boarding might start at 9:30. You need to be at the gate before that time.
The first thing you usually need to do is find your airline's check-in counter. For example, if you're flying with Emirates, look for the sign that says Emirates check-in.
And when you get there, you'll probably see a line of passengers waiting. Once it's your turn, the staff at the counter, usually called a check-in agent, will greet you.
Right, and here's what that conversation might sound like. Let's act it out for our listeners.
Good morning. May I see your passport and ticket, please?
Good morning. Sure, here you go.
Thank you. Are you checking in any luggage today?
Yes, just this suitcase.
Okay. Please place it on the scale. Do you have any dangerous items, batteries, or liquids over 100 milliliters in your bag?
No, I don't.
Great. Here's your boarding pass. Your seat number is 24A and your gate is 21. Boarding time is 9:30 a.m.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Have a nice flight.
That's a very typical check-in conversation. Let's look at some of the key phrases.
Yes. First, may I see your passport and ticket, please? That's what you'll hear almost every time.
You just give your passport and ticket, and you can reply simply with, sure, here you go, when you give them. Short, polite, and natural.
And the question, do you have any bags to check in, means, do you want to leave any luggage with the airline to go in the cargo hold?
Exactly. If you only have a small bag that you'll keep with you, you can say, no, I only have a carry-on.
Or, no, just this backpack. Easy and clear. After that, they will give you a boarding pass. The boarding pass is a very important document. It shows your name, flight number, seat number, gate, and boarding time. You need it to go through security and get on the plane.
And remember the word gate, it's not an actual door like at home. In airports, gate means the area where passengers wait before boarding. There's usually a seating area, a sign with your flight number, and sometimes charging points or shops nearby.
That's right. You can think of the boarding pass like a key that opens each part of your trip: security, gate, and airplane.
And don't forget to check the boarding time carefully. Some travelers get too relaxed, go shopping or have coffee, and forget to check the time.
Yes, and when they realize it, their plane is already boarding or even about to leave. So always check your boarding time and listen for announcements.
Oh, and these days, many airports have self-check-in machines. They're very easy to use.
Yes, you just touch the screen, choose your language, enter your booking number or scan your passport. Then the machine prints your boarding pass.
After that, you can go to the baggage drop counter to leave your suitcase.
Exactly. It's faster and you don't need to wait in a long line. But if you're not sure how to use it, you can always ask for help by saying, "Excuse me, could you please help me check in?"
That's a polite and simple sentence. Airport staff are always ready to help travelers.
All right, we've got our boarding pass, we dropped our suitcase, and we know our gate and boarding time.
Perfect. Next up, the security check.
Let's go.
All right, now that we've checked in and have our boarding pass, it's time for the next step, security check.
Yeah, this is where you and your carry-on bags get checked before you can go inside the boarding area. Some learners find this part a bit stressful, but don't worry, we'll walk you through it step by step.
Okay, so you walk up to the security line. You'll see people putting their bags on a moving belt and walking through a scanner.
Right. Usually, you'll need to take out your laptop, tablet, and any liquids from your bag. All liquids must be in small bottles, less than 100 milliliters, and put inside a clear plastic bag.
And remember to remove things like jackets, belts, watches, and sometimes even your shoes, depending on the airport.
Here's how the conversation might go.
Good morning. Please place your bag on the belt and take your laptop out, please.
Sure, here you go.
Any liquids or electronics?
Just this bottle of water and my phone.
You can keep your phone, but please empty the water bottle.
Okay, no problem.
After that, you walk through the scanner. If it beeps, don't panic. It happens all the time.
Yes, if the scanner goes beep beep, it just means something metal might still be on you, maybe a watch, belt buckle, or even coins in your pocket.
The officer might say something like, "Please step to the side. Could you empty your pockets, please?" Or, "Can I check your bag?"
You can simply reply, "Sure, no problem," or "Of course." That's polite and natural.
If you're not sure what to do, you can always ask, "Sorry, should I take this out?" Or, "Do I need to remove my shoes?"
That's a great one. Do I need to is super useful in English. You can use it in many situations.
And if you don't understand what the officer says, don't worry. Just say, "I'm sorry, could you say that again, please?" Or, "I don't understand. What should I do?"
Perfect. Officers are used to helping travelers from all over the world. They'll repeat slowly or show you what to do.
Once you pass the security check, you'll collect your bags, laptop, and other items, and you're now inside the main airport area.
This is my favorite part. You're officially inside the departure area. You can see shops, restaurants, cafes, and big screens showing flight information.
Yes, but first things first, let's find our gate.
To do that, look at your boarding pass. It shows your gate number, for example, gate 21. Then follow the signs around the airport that say gates 1 to 20, gates 21 to 40, and so on. Airports are usually divided into different sections. You just follow the arrows and walk. Sometimes it takes 5 minutes, sometimes 15, depending on how big the airport is.
And remember, your gate number can change, so it's a good idea to check the big flight information screens again after you go through security.
Yes, you can say to an airport staff member, "Excuse me, could you tell me where gate 21 is?" Or simply, "Hi, where is gate 21, please?"
That's polite and simple. Now that you know where your gate is, you can relax a little. Maybe grab something to eat or drink.
Exactly. You can say things like, "Can I see the menu, please? Could I get a sandwich and a coffee, please? Can I pay by card? Is this for here or to go?"
Ooh, that reminds me of our last episode, ordering coffee in English. If you haven't heard it yet, go check it out after this one.
Nice plug. But seriously, this is a good time to eat, charge your phone, maybe read a book, or even just people watch.
But don't forget to check the time and your boarding gate. Airports often make announcements, like, "Attention passengers on flight TG 910 to London, boarding will begin shortly at gate 21.
When you hear that, it means it's time to go to your gate and get ready to board.
When it's time to board, you'll see a line of passengers waiting near your gate.
A staff member will check your boarding pass and passport again. You can hand them both and smile. That's always a good idea.
They might say, "Have a nice flight," and you can reply, "Thank you," or "Thanks, you too."
Then you walk down the jet bridge. That's the long tunnel connecting the airport gate to the airplane door.
And finally, you're stepping into the plane.
That's such an exciting moment, isn't it? You've gone through check-in, security, and now you're about to fly.
Totally. It's the moment where you can finally relax or maybe feel a bit nervous if it's your first flight, but that's normal too.
Absolutely. Next, we'll talk about what happens on the plane, how to find your seat, store your bags, use your seat belt, and even go to the toilet during the flight.
And then we'll guide you through arrival, customs, and immigration.
So stay tuned, we're almost there.
All right, now we're finally on the plane. You're walking down the narrow aisle trying to find your seat. What's the first thing to do?
Good question. First, look at your boarding pass. It shows your seat number. For example, it might say 18A. That means row 18, seat A.
Right. The letters usually tell you the seat position. A is by the window, B is in the middle, and C is an aisle seat. And sometimes D, E, F are on the other side of the plane.
So if you see 18A, you just walk down the aisle until you see row 18 and look for the letter printed above the seat or near the armrest.
If you're not sure, you can always ask a flight attendant. For example, "Excuse me, could you help me find my seat, please?" Or, "Is this seat 18A?" They'll be happy to help.
Once you find your seat, you'll probably want to put your bag somewhere. Larger bags or suitcases go in the overhead compartment. That's the storage space above the seats.
And smaller bags, like a backpack or a purse, can go under the seat in front of you. It keeps the aisle clear for other passengers.
Exactly. Then after you sit down, you'll see the seat belt. To fasten it, you just insert the metal part into the buckle until it clicks.
When the flight attendant says, "Please fasten your seatbelt," it means you need to do that and keep it on while the plane takes off, lands, or whenever the seatbelt sign is on.
And if you need to go to the toilet during the flight, look for the small sign that says lavatory. That's the airplane word for toilet.
You can also ask a flight attendant politely, "Excuse me, where's the toilet, please?"
And remember, you can only go when the seatbelt sign is off. It's a little light above your seat. If it's on, you need to stay seated.
Sometimes you might want to ask for something, like water, a blanket, or maybe even headphones. You can say, "Excuse me, could I get some water, please?" Or, "Do you have a blanket, please?"
Those are perfect. And when they give it to you, always say, "Thank you very much," or just, "Thanks a lot." It's polite and friendly.
And if they come around with food or drinks, they might ask, "Chicken or beef?" Or, "Would you like coffee or tea?" You can answer simply, "Chicken, please," or "Tea, please." Easy and natural.
Now, what if you're sitting next to someone and they start talking? That's a good chance to practice your English, too.
Yes, you don't have to say much, just small talk. For example, "Hi, are you traveling for work or vacation? Is this your first time flying to London?"
And if you want to end the conversation politely, you can say something like, "It was nice talking to you. I'll get some rest now." That's gentle and natural.
Great tip. Remember, you can learn so much English just by listening to people around you, the announcements, the flight attendants, and even your seatmate.
Once you're in the air, it's time to relax. You can read, watch a movie, listen to music, or even sleep. But keep an ear open for the announcements.
They'll tell you when it's safe to move, when meals are served, or when the plane is about to land. A common announcement might sound like this: "Ladies and gentlemen, we will be landing shortly. Please return to your seats and fasten your seatbelts."
That means it's almost time to land. Buckle up, put your seat back upright, and close your tray table.
And don't forget your belongings when you leave the plane. Check your seat pocket and the overhead compartment. All right, we've landed safely. Welcome to your destination. But the journey's not over yet. There are still a few important steps after getting off the plane.
Right. First, follow the signs that say arrivals or baggage claim. That's where you'll pick up your checked luggage.
Before that, though, you might need to go through immigration, especially if you've arrived in another country.
Exactly. At immigration, you show your passport and sometimes your arrival or immigration form. The officer might ask a few simple questions. Let's act it out.
Good morning. Where are you traveling today?
Good morning. I'm flying to London.
What's the purpose of your trip?
I'm going on vacation.
How long will you stay?
About 2 weeks.
Great. Have a nice trip.
Thank you.
Simple, right? Just answer clearly and honestly.
Exactly. And the most common question is, what's the purpose of your trip?
You can answer with short phrases like, I'm traveling for business. I'm visiting family. I'm on vacation.
And if they ask, how long will you stay? You can say, for 5 days, or just 1 week.
You don't need long answers. Short, clear, and polite is best.
After immigration, you'll go to the baggage claim area.
Look for a big screen showing your flight number. It will tell you which carousel, that's the moving belt your luggage will come on.
You can say to someone if you're not sure, excuse me, where can I find the baggage claim for flight TG910?
When you see your suitcase, grab it quickly but carefully. There are many similar bags.
Good tip. You can also put a bright tag or ribbon on your suitcase to find it easily.
Before leaving the airport, you usually pass through customs. Sometimes there are 2 lines, green for nothing to declare and red for items to declare.
Declaring something means you tell the customs officer if you're bringing in restricted items, like large amounts of cash, alcohol, or food.
If you're not sure, you can ask, excuse me, do I need to declare this?
Most travelers just go through the green line, but it's always good to check.
And once you're through, congratulations! You've made it through the entire airport journey, from check-in to arrival.
Let's quickly review what we learned today.
At the check-in, you learned about your boarding pass, gate, and boarding time.
At security, you learned what to do if you don't understand something, or if the scanner beeps. Just stay calm and ask politely.
Inside the airport, you learned how to find your gate, order food or coffee, and listen to announcements.
On the plane, you learned how to find your seat, store your bags, use your seatbelt, and even ask where the toilet is.
And at arrival, you learned how to go through immigration, pick up your luggage, and pass customs.
That's a full airport experience and so much real-life English practice in one journey.
You know, traveling can feel stressful at first, but if you prepare some simple English phrases, it becomes so much easier and even fun.
Absolutely. It's not just about flying, it's about learning how to communicate with confidence wherever you go.
So next time you're at the airport, remember today's lesson. Be polite, stay calm, and don't be afraid to ask questions in English.
Exactly. Every airport is a classroom. Every flight is a chance to practice your English.
I love that. And if you want to keep learning more everyday English conversations, make sure to subscribe to English TalkNest.
Yes, we've got more fun and practical lessons coming your way about restaurants, hotels, shopping, and more.
Thank you so much for listening today.
Thank you for listening today to all of our listeners.
Have a safe flight, everyone, and keep speaking English wherever you go. See you in the next episode of English TalkNest.
Bye, everyone.